What's up, everybody? It's your man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, one, the original road warlords, and as always, bringing you the knowledge and dropping the science in this industry of what we call trucking. Okay, doing this particular video to speak about sabotage and how it's a real thing. Being in a lease, if you're in a lease program, because I've always covered this stuff, why you don't need to be comfortable inside one of the lease programs. And that's one of the real things that happen in business is sabotage. Is that, I understand a lot of people are now moving towards building fleets with, with carriers. But inside that carrier, you have people that are in charge that are employees. They don't get paid based upon what loads you pull or percentage or whatever. They get a check on Friday from the company based upon, just showing up to work and making sure that things are done the way things are supposed to be done. They have no control, no say-so, no understanding about the business and how it works. And yet they are in control of your business, you who has a fleet and is dependent upon what freight is given to you. So an issue that happened to me a lot where it's sabotage is that I run 7 days a week. So with that, I really don't have much control over the loads that as far as the pickup and delivery times. As long as I know they can be done, I use to jump on them. Now, sometimes my loads, especially on the weekends, I may have a 3 a.m. or 2 a.m., something like that. Now, the particular people that I'm leased on with, they have this, they signed this agreement with a lot of the brokers to say, well, we don't take advances, because some brokers that you go, you pull a broker load, they may say, well, we'll give you 40% up front, providing that you pick the load up and so on and so forth. Some people do that, some don't. This carrier doesn't. And so the reason why they have that position in place is so that they say payroll doesn't get confused when they bill out the broker. Now the problem with that is that, again, all monies dealing with the load from start to finish has to come from the carrier. Now, after 5 o'clock, these guys usually shut down and stuff, and they go home. And then you have an on-call person. So I try. Well, I ain't gonna say I try. I know that they know that I want a 7-day operation, and when I go to get unloaded, I will have to send in a request, to pay lumpers, because the issue again I run into is that when I used to pay out of pocket, I never got reimbursed when I turned my receipts in. So when they see that the advance came from them, then they're quick to go ahead and take care of the issue, resolve itself. And so that's why I take the advances there. But when you send in your request, it has to be through a text. And then you have to wait, and somebody will cut you a check and so on and so forth. But on the weekends, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. Someone doesn't get back to you until the next day around 8, 9 o'clock. By then, if you have a 3 a.m. appointment, then you either have to hope that the customer is understanding, or you have to do what I did was just speak politics and business, which is okay, we are in this dilemma here and stuff, and so if there's any way that you can override what's in place to take care of this situation here, otherwise that certain things can't get done. And so they take care of it. But I mean, it shouldn't be, you shouldn't have to be going through that process there. And when they know this is what you do on a regular, you have a certain pattern or whatever, they should say, okay, well, we have people in place. The brokers, they have people in place to say, all right, we feel that our freight is important, so we'll be here 24 hours monitoring. And, if any issues come up, you give us a call, and we'll try to rectify whatever situation and stuff that you're in. But in this case here and stuff, these trucking companies, I mean, and that's the problem I have. Is that, after 5 o'clock, people think that, well, okay, business is supposed to take care of itself. I mean, after 5 o'clock, don't call me after this time here because I'm asleep 2 o'clock in the morning, when business is a 24-hour deal, So I'm like, I mean, hey, the more equipment that you have, the more people you need to have in place to take care of the issue. And if you don't have those people in play, then, hey, it's on you. But you saying, okay, wait till in the morning, then what you're gonna find yourself in a lot of times and stuff is you're gonna find your truck abandoned, or you're gonna find the issue that was supposed to be taken care of and stuff not taken care of, and then you're in a more you're in a more stressful position because you thought that sleep was more important than your business. You thought that, well, okay, taking care of me at this particular time and stuff was more important than taking care of business, and now it's time to take care of business, and it's costing you, hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars. Because, okay, the issue was supposed to be taken care of, during business hours, when, your business hours is, your 24-hour, 365. If you're saying that you're accepting to take on freight, but, when people don't have anything to lose, then, they can sit there and they after 5 o'clock, they shut off phone lines and stuff like that and say, okay, every person for themselves. And when do things typically happen? After 5 a.m. Between 5 and before 8 a.m. That's when typically a lot of your things and stuff happen. So, but it's a business that turns in on itself, but, a lot of times it's sabotage. They know what you're doing, and that you're being held up because of, issues like that. The other issue is that, especially right now and stuff with the spot market being the way that it is, a lot of contract freight is going to, I want to say the first family and stuff like that, if you can understand, or, okay, well, we'll give it to our trucks first, and then, you being a lease, once we're taken care of, if there's anything left, then yeah, we'll pass it on to you and say, okay, all right, yeah, we got this and we got that. So your options become very limited now. Even though your options are limited, but they're very limited, and it's either this or nothing. And so we're in very trying times now, with the contract rate, which people have, but it's in limited supply. And so they have to make sure, again, that their trucks are taken care of first. And so, again, if you have a fleet, then, there may be some that they can pass along, but for the most part, it's like, hey, we get this load, and this might be the only one you're doing for the week, or you're not going to be the best one. It's not going to be the best one. It's not going to be paying the best money, so on and so forth, because times are tough. And eventually they'll get around to saying that, well, hey, man, listen, we got, the freight market right now, stuff isn't too good, and we don't have an abundance of things like we used to. So we just gotta buckle down and make the best of what we have. So and people are going to be making changes before long. Especially the article that I read this morning. But for the most part, I mean, there's sabotage right there. That's sabotage. They're looking at your business. They saying, well, daggone, well, hey, man, he's doing great based upon what we're giving him and stuff, better than our operation. So we got to put a stop to that, because we see certain things. All things have to come through them. All load tenders have to come through them. So, even if you're setting up side deals or whatever, they're doing your factoring for you. So, they can look at it and say, well, hey, okay, let's make a phone call to this particular customer, that customer there, and see if we can't get in there and get these things and stuff directly. This is what happened. That's why I talked about the Landstar situation, where, a lot of agents and stuff go over there, and then they wind up becoming employees of Landstar rather than, agents or brokers, independent brokers. Like, they see everything, they see what's being paid, the volumes of it, so on and so forth. So, they send their representatives over there and, sabotage your business. Even though they're letting you in and say, hey, man, take advantage of our insurance programs and our, drivers, and all other things and stuff that save you money in business, you know. But with you doing that, it puts you in a very vulnerable position, you know, because again, they see your success and they see people talking and wanting to go over there where you are versus over there where they are. They saying, well, you know, these guys offer the better deal and stuff, even though they're hauling your freight, even though, you know. But the sabotage and stuff is real, and so that's why I say, I speak very adamantly about people not getting comfortable in those positions. Get what you can while you can, for as long as you can, but don't get comfortable in that, you know, and move towards the next thing, so that, you know, ultimately you're moving towards independence to where no one can do that type of sabotage to hurt your business overall. But, you know, those who stay in it, use it for what it's worth. But, again, just don't get comfortable, because the sabotage is real, you know, and with the 2019 season, and, you know, with people reporting their quarterly losses, and we're not even in the middle of the storm yet and stuff. You know, we're still on the outskirts. We still got a lot of headwinds, so to speak. You know, a lot of economists are saying that, you know, we're just in the beginning stages. So, you know, things are only going to get worse before they get better. But sabotage is real. And what people look at is your success ratio, you know. And so, you know, just be mindful of that, be careful of that, and don't get comfortable, because the sabotage is real. And with that being said, I'll end on that note. It's your man right here, the one and only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, saying, check out my Instagram page, which is Rhode Island Red Rooster 22. Rhode Island Red Rooster 22. Follow me on Instagram. Like I said, you know, I'm loading up personal content, and, you know, whether it's dealing with myself or dealing with the equipment, you know, if you want information, you know, dealing with Freightliner Cascadia, you know, like I said, just hit me up. Follow me on Instagram. Also, if you have any kind of questions, concerns, whatever, you know, just give me a call directly. My contact information is on the page. I do say, if you do contact me, let it be about the industry, and I'll help you out as much as possible. And again, it's your man right here, Rhode Island Red Rooster, telling you, continue your research, fact-finding studies, honor on your skills every day. Until next time we talk, next time we meet, be safe, be easy, and peace out.